Time to share to Facebook. And waiting. Okay, excellent. I'll share it to text. The person I was going to share the text, they have this channel on their notifications. I'll give it a couple more minutes. God, I'm tired. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend? It's not the weekend yet, is it? Hold on. Oh, what's everybody's plans for the week, I mean? Sorry, I was looking at my list for past Thursday. I'm going to be out of town. In addition to doing this, I also write. And I'm taking a little road trip with my dad for a couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday. So you'll be able to catch a break from me. Okay, well, the good news about YouTube Live is that you can go back and watch it again. So let's begin, shall we? Tonight, kiddos, prepositions requiring the accusative. There is one more. Actually, this is going to be the last before we do two-way prepositions, which will probably launch next week. I need to hit on Spanish. So, without further ado, let's begin. The following prepositions. Is it going to do it? Okay, cool. We're still rolling. That's good. Anyway, level 2 prepositions. Prepositions requiring the accusative. The following prepositions require accusative objects. They are bis, durch, für, gegen, ohne, and My screen's going all screwy. Part 1, bis, bis. You know, you hear bis später, but what exactly does bis mean? Ich bleibe bis nächste Woche morgen hier. I'm staying here until next week, or tomorrow, morgen, of course, meaning morning. It also means as far as in with places, okay? Ich fahre nur bis Salzburg. I'm only driving as far as Salzburg. Ich fahre nur bis Salzburg. I'm only driving as far as Salzburg. The third use is to. Von Kopf bis Fuß, from head to foot. Von oben bis unten, from top to bottom. And by, meaning and time. Okay, this is where we say bis morgen. Bis dann, bis später. Okay, ich muss bis morgen fertig sein. It must be done by tomorrow. Fertig, ready, or to be done. Es muss bis zum 21. November fertig sein. It must be done by the 21st of November. Now note that the German uses bis zu and the definite article with dates. Again, I'll read es muss bis zum 21. November fertig sein. Okay, so it requires a dative object. Bis zu requires a dative object. I think after this I'm going to bed. More specific uses, bis is used, or bis is often found in conjunction with other prepositions. In such constructions, the final preposition governs the case. Bis in, into. Wir tanzen bis in die Nacht. We dance late into the evening. Tanzten, we danced, past tense. Bis an, right up to, but not with persons. Das Wasser kam bis an die Tür. The water came right up to the door. Okay, so that's bis. Next we have durch. D-U-R-C-H, some call it durch. I call it durch. The most common use is through. We walked through the park. Wir spazierten durch den Park, or wir spazierten durch den Park. Spaziersten, it wouldn't hurt to Google past tense of regular verbs and irregular verbs because they will come in very, very handy for this. A more specific use is by, okay? by or by means of, through the action of. Two examples. Ich habe das durch Zufall gehört. I heard that by chance. Zufall gehört, by chance. Ich lernte ihn durch Freunde kennen. Ich lernte ihn durch Freunde kennen. I met him through friends. Ich lernte. You remember, ich bin froh, Sie kennen zu lernen, and it's pleased to meet you. Well, ich lernte, I got to know. Or I met. Für F, U, umlaut, R. The most common use is for. Probably basic knowledge, right? But it has so many other uses. And ist Post für mich da? Is there any mail for me? Für wie Mark kriegst du ein gutes Essen? You can get a good meal for 4 marks. This is back before euros took over as the major currency system of Europe. Wir sind für diesen Vorschlag. We are here for this suggestion, Vorschlag. Suggestion, Vorschlagen, to suggest. Not to be confused with empfehlen, which means to recommend. Okay, so the more specific use is for or by. Like Wort für Wort, word for word. Schritt für Schritt, step by step. You may want to make notes of that. I'll read them again. Wort für Wort, word for word. You could translate that literal work. Schritt für Schritt, step by step. Next we have gegen. The most common uses class is against. Very good. Was haben Sie gegen dieses Buch? What do you have against this book? Well, I'm more curious as to what the book did to them. Into or up against. Ist gegen einen Baum gefahren. He ran into a tree. Poor guy. Ist gegen einen Baum gefahren. Literally translated, he is against a tree drove. He ran into a tree. In German, if you don't take it so literal, it's very easy. So again, it's ist gegen einen Baum gefahren. A more specific use, and this might be what you're used to, is around, about, toward, up to a certain time and number, but not exceeding it, okay? So, es waren gegen 100 Leute da. There were about 100 people there. Es waren, there were. Gegen 100 Leute da. Now, if you translate that literal, it was against 100 people. But this means about, around. Okay, so wir kamen gegen wir or on. We arrived, wir kamen. Remember, previous lessons, common, came. Excuse me. Everyone said Gesundheit. Excuse me, I got allergies a little bit, folks. I'm sorry. Wir kamen gegen, wir or on. Okay, so in these examples, gegen means about or approximately. But in a restricted sense, the number or time given may not be exceeded up to 4 o'clock, but not after. Up to 100 people, but no more. Ohne. Next we have ohne. Simple, simple. Means without, right? Well, that's the only meaning. Ohne Geld kann man so etwas nicht machen. You can't do something like that without money. Geh nicht ohne mich. Don't go without me. Geh nicht ohne mich. Geh, the imperative for to go, or go, geh. So, ohne Geld kann man so etwas nicht machen. Literally translated, without money can one so something not make. Clear as mud, right? But don't worry, the more you delve into the sentence structures and grammar and conversational, the more that you will be able to look at that and say, that makes sense. Geh nicht ohne mich. Look up imperative forms also of regular and irregular verbs. Gehen is a regular verb. It follows a standard pattern. For those of you who didn't know what an irregular verb is. Don't go without me. Go not without me is what that literally translates to. Geh nicht ohne mich. Now we come to the last preposition in the list. Normally it means around, and it also has another meaning, which we will get into. Kommt gerade die Ecke. He was just coming around the corner. Kommt gerade die Ecke. He comes around the corner. Let's see what else. Sie saßen alle dem Tisch. They were all sitting around the table. Sie saßen, sat, or were sitting. Saßen alle, we're all sitting. Den Tisch, around the table. But the second definition of this, and I spit my tongue, is at, as in time. Wird 11 Uhr da sein. He will be there at 11 o'clock. Das geschah die Jahrhundertwende. Hold on. I have a shadow. Dang. Das geschah die Jahrhundertwende. Jahrhundertwende, turn of the century. Just a recap of the last two sentences. Wird 11 Uhr da sein. He will be there. So this is going to be future. Okay? He will. Wird. Spelled V-E-R-D. So, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. I'll be back later on today with more live videos. If you're interested in classes for German, simply call 713-389-6917. Or you can call 405-757-1420 if there's no answer. International people, I know you're out there. WhatsApp me. +1 402 817 0359. That is all for right now. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day.